final part to this lesson is learning how to combine polynomials. And we're going to start by adding them. And there's a couple things that you need to recall. We've done things like this before, but the key here is combining like terms. And what does it mean for something to be a like term? It's important to remember that like terms have the same variables and the same degrees. So you can't add, for example, this cube to this squared. They're not like terms. So those are not together because one is cubed and one is squared. So you're not allowed to combine those. A trick that I like to use is I like to underline the terms with the value, the same degrees. So constants, just don't even underline them. Sometimes I like to put a dot under the constants, and then it's just kind of a matching game. And always write your answers in standard form. So that means from that highest degree down to the constant. So here's what I'm talking about is I'd like you to do, see this one's cubed. It's got that 3 there, so I'm going to put 3 lines underneath it. This one here is squared, so I'm going to put 2 lines underneath it. Remember, this one has a 1, so I'm just going to put 1 underneath it. And any constants, I like to put just a dot underneath those. This one's squared, so once again, since that one's squared, I'm putting 2 lines underneath it. This one is 1, and this one is a dot. And that's just going to make it so much easier when I combine, because I know this one has the highest degree. But notice there's no more with 3 lines underneath it. So I'm just going to write 4x cubed, and I'm done there. And this also allows me to put it in standard form at the same time because I'm putting it from the highest degree to the lowest degree. My next one right here, that's squared, so there's 2 lines here. We can see this one also has 2 lines. So now I add the coefficients, so 12 plus 5, and that will give me 17x squared. The next one, we've got 8x, and single line here, minus 6x, and that will give me 2x, since that's minus, that's a negative. And then with my constants, my dots, I've got 6 plus 9, and that's 15. And we're done here. If I wanted to say what that is, it didn't ask. But just as a review, what we're left with is a cubic polynomial, or a cubic polynomial with 4 terms. In this next example, we have 3 polynomials. So the polynomials are the parts inside the parentheses. So we've got this one, plus this one, plus this one. I'm going to use the same strategy here. So since that's a first degree, I'm just going to put 1 line under it. Second degree, 2 lines, 2 lines, 1 line, dot, 2 lines, dot. I'm going to start with these double lines. So this plus this plus this. So one way you could do this is let's just kind of rearrange this to see what we've got here. And I've got negative 7x squared, and then plus x squared, plus 2x squared. That's going to allow me to put all of those like terms together. Then I can do that with the next ones here. So I've got this 2x and minus 2x. And then finally, I've got this constant of 5 and then minus 12. One thing to remember is this only works for addition problems. So with addition, we're allowed to rearrange things because of the commutative property. And now what I'm ready to do is I'm going to add these 3 together. All right. Negative 7x squared plus x squared would give me negative 6x squared, and then plus 2x squared would be 8x squared. And for this next one, 2x minus 2x, those are just going to cancel and become 0. So it's just our 0. I don't need to write that down. And then finally, I've got 5 minus 12, and that will be negative 7. And that's my final answer. For this one, just as a review, this is a quadratic binomial. For the subtraction problems, what you need to remember to do, this is a little bit different. We're going to distribute the negative here. So for these, we want to distribute the negative. And all that does, it's like multiplying by a -1. But what that's going to do is it's going to create opposite signs in all of our terms. For this first example, we're going to take this negative and we're going to distribute it to the 3 terms inside the parentheses. When I rewrite this, I get 2 plus x squared. So a negative and a negative will make a positive. So this will change everything into an addition problem. So this will make it a positive 6x squared, and then a plus 3x, and then a minus 1. So it's going to make all of the signs opposite when I distribute that negative. And now I can do combine my like terms. So I've got the x squared and the 6x squared here. 9x squared plus 6x squared will be 15x squared. And let's see, I've got 3x, so plus 3x. And then I've got my constant, so 2 minus 1 is going to be plus 1. And that is my final answer. My final example is a little more complicated. I've got this negative here. Please be aware, it's only going to distribute to this first part in the parenthesis. That's quite lengthy. I've got a lot to write. So I'm not going to distribute this one because it's a positive. So just write to there. And let's go ahead and do that and rewrite the problem. So you can see I've changed this minus to a plus, but then I've also made the opposite signs for every single term inside those parentheses. Now I'm ready to identify my like terms. So that one's cubed, this one's squared, first degree, constant. Cubed, squared, linear, or first degree, constant. Squared, and a constant. And now I can start matching them. I'm not going to rearrange them all this time. I'm just going to do them in my head. So here's what I'm saying. I'm going to take this 6x cubed minus 4x cubed, so that's 2x cubed. And there's no other x cubed, so I'm just to write that down. So 2x cubed. Next, I've got 3x squared minus 6x squared. So that's going to be negative 3x squared. Negative 3x squared plus 8x squared would leave me with 5x squared. Next, I've got 2x plus 2x is 4x, and there's no other first degree. So I've got plus 4x. Finally, I've got 9 minus 7 is 2, and then minus 2 will just cancel, so that's going to be 0. So I'm just going to point out there what I did here. So this minus this minus this, that is going to leave me with a 0. So I'm just going to make a note of that so you can see what happened there, that those 3 ended up zeroing out. So I'm not going to write those down at all. I'm done here. All right, let me know if you have any questions on this one. I'd be happy to go over anything in class. The problems will not be this hard when you do them on Delta Math.